hold things up and just get the game back on their terms again. So it'll be interesting to see how they go.
I reckon they've got a problem chasing the on-ballers down into the forward line. You have to mark them blokes.
And we don't forget we're going to get on to St Albans, which is the bigger ground as well.
Yeah.
So umpire just waiting for the last of the spectators to leave the ground at three-quarter time.
Parker leave the ground. Has he got much?
He wouldn't have much left, I would have thought.
Probably 5 minutes, we reckon.
Probably.
Andrew Chellis on the bench to start the final quarter, I see too.
Well, he hasn't been at his brilliant best. Some of the things he's done have been class, but he hasn't done enough of them again. That's probably the story of their day. They've had some players do some nice things, but they just haven't done enough of them.
So start of the final term, Winchelsea 11-9-75. They lead East Geelong 7-10-52. Ben Bolton and Holmer to go up in the ruck. And
he's going to throw that up again.
Yeah. So take two in the middle. So we'll do it again. Bolton and Holmer. That's better. Bolton gets it down. Just handball. Came out to Wilson from Gearson. I can't say it. Garrison.
Gurison. That's it.
Gurison. I have to practice that during the week.
It's not like
Gurison. Shut up.
It's not like it's Amphilacopoulos or something. It's Gurison.
Shut up, Grubby. I can say Grubby. Grubby. From the back in the ruck contest, from the boundary throw-in, Trotter was there against Oliver. He gets the handball out. Tricky came from Wilson. Tricky gets the right foot kick to half forward towards Mensch. The old fella. Beautiful. On the up. Gives it away by hand. McClure doesn't finish it off for him. Venables, though. Pretty good. Turn around. Kick the goal. So good kick by Brett Venables around the corner. Second goal for him. First of the final term for Winch. Minute and a half it took, and they go to 12-9-81. They lead East Geelong 7-10-52. Smith's Holden Blood Suzuki final quarter scoreboard.
Well, it was good play, and it started out here on the wing, but I got a bit of advice for a young bloke from East Geelong. When a Winchelsea player gets the ball, the idea is to run and chase him, not stand 10 metres away and yell at him and go, woo! Because that's what this kid out here did then, and they just ran down the ground. You've got to chase him. You've got to put pressure on them.
So we're back with the umpire, middle of the ground. Again, Bolton doing a magnificent job in there. He's rucked all day by himself. Up against Mensch and Holmer, and Holmer's doing the ruck work at the present time. Up over the top, Holmer maybe just getting a hand on it. Bolton doesn't work at ground level, picked it up and was taken in the tackle. And it's going to be a repeat of what we've just seen. Both ruckmen there. A few more players around the ball now with the boundary line brought in, or the square picked up by Reese, kicked into the half-forward line. There's the new bloke you were talking about there, and Murdy. Murdy's taken high or for a free kick. Umpire. Come out in the tackle. Yep, so it goes across the ground by Van der Kloose to Wilson. Jones intercepts that kick, has it on his right side, will kick round his body, back towards the forward pocket. Bowman comes up, can't pick up the half volley, and the ball goes over the boundary line and will be thrown back into the field of play.
Look, that's another big thing on St Albans too. Can Bolton run all day on St Albans? Not many can.
No.
So he's down there doing the ruck work, but it's Reese who takes it out of the contest. Oh, he does a bit of candy work, goes towards goal. Josh Reese has just missed. That
would have been the goal of the day.
And a minor score, so a 7-11 now. East Geelong, a 12-9 to Winchelsea, and we've gone 3 minutes, final quarter. Smith's Holden, Blood Suzuki scoreboard.
So Brad McKenzie with the footy again at fullback for the Blues. Van der Kloose breaks for him to the southern side. He goes up. Then takes the mark. Left foot kick around the corner to Tom Stephen. Takes it in between half-back and wing. Chips over the top's okay, Holmer. Important players getting touches for Winchelsea. Holmer takes it. Centre wing. Mensch gives him a lead at centre half forward, goes in that direction. Behind on this occasion, worked his way to the front beautifully. Handballed it out towards Garrison. He gives it away. Shut up. Goes to Mensch. He goes with a kick. And the kick in board's okay because it's a good mark taken by Venables, who is getting into form at the right time of the season. Brett Venables, this is exactly what they need him to do. He's kicked 2 this afternoon already, and this for goal number 3.
Well, gee, he was hot early, but look, I don't like to have a go, blokes, but he was poor when we saw him against Belmont, wasn't he? He was poor. But he's been very, very good today.
So 25 out, slide angle. Comes in. And
Not
misses.
quite.
3 for 1 behind. 2 goals to his tally this afternoon. They get a 12-10-82 Winchelsea. They lead East Geelong 7-11-53. And that's on the Smiths Holden Blood Suzuki final quarter scoreboard. 4.5 played.
Bonner brings it into Watson, went back to Bonner, put himself under pressure. Ball comes out to Bonner. Bonner goes to Venables. He has Mensch standing in the square. Kick didn't have the carry on it. Picked up by Chamberlain. He missed the first time, went back, kicked it up again, and kicks the ball towards the wing. Players come at it, not picked up by Holmer. Braden Bonner puts his head over the ball, picks it up. Now it's Tipping, trying to work his way out. Oliver also trying to force his way out, and he's taken the ground. The tackle there from Poynton, and the umpire will come in quickly and ball it up. So just on the top of the centre square, attacking end for the Winchelsea side. Ball comes out, ends in the hands of Trotter. Has a little bit of time and space, goes outside towards Murdy. Gets the ball in the half on the first bounce, picks it up, goes long, not a bad looking kick towards Joan. Van der Kloos to behind. It's ground level. Now it's a 2-on-1 situation. Dunkley didn't do it hard enough there and let the player run past him. Kick back to Gurushan, had to be good and was. Was by McKenzie, sorry. And Gurushan now with the ball. As the player short, wide to Bonner, and he's going to do that. Bonner lets it bounce in front of him. Now he's in trouble because it's going to bounce, but he's able to go back and collect it. Goes back to Gurushan and kicks towards Holmer. And with that travel to required distance, umpire says it's okay.
You can't tell me Ricky O'Toole's moving at 100%.
So he goes round the boundary line towards Wilson. Trotter gets there and he puts the ball over the boundary line.
If he's 100%, he gets that football first and gets it away. That's what Ricky O'Toole does.
So the ball now thrown in by the umpire, back towards Bolton. Holmer over the back, taps it to the advantage of his teammates. Put out, picked up there by Tripping, was looking for the free kick.
Should have got it. Should have got it.
Should have got one, but he didn't get it. Should have kept going though. Oliver picks it up, goes back towards Mensch and Chamberlain. Chamberlain gets the ball to ground level, picked up by Bonner. Handball over the top. Chamberlain comes through. Handballs frees the ball up, goes towards Bonner, puts his head over the ball.
He's just
got a free kick this time. Went by hands to Mensch. Mensch has a look. Not too sure where he's going to, but he probably saw Stephen out the corner of his eye. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt because Bonner leads in the race for the ball. Goes to ground, picked up. Stephen has time. He picks it up. Tried to get out of the contest. He released it, but incorrectly. Free kicks as the umpire. And East Geelong resulting free kick in the back pocket. So Braden Bonner with the ball now. Can go quickly towards the half-back line. Josh Reese made good position. Plays on. Went round Sawney. Bow's going to put himself under pressure. He kicks it towards centre wing. And stand there, Van der Kloos. He's like Primke, this bloke. They just should be standing on the same side. It'd be magnificent having the playing on the half-back line. Wouldn't get past them. McKenzie on the other one, you reckon? Look out, says Grubby.
How many more do you want?
Parker
you
as
want
well.
To go and get a couple. Luke Parker
we'll go
from
get Parker
North,
as well. I'll make a great side yet. Ball kicks into the forward pocket. McClure comes out. Can't take the ball. Picked up by Watson. Tackled by Sawney. He released it. Gurushan went back and collected it. Had time to steady and go on the left foot. Back to the pocket. Standing his ground again. Watson it is. And he takes the mark. Is it Watson? No, it's not. Dylan O'Toole, I think. Yep, Dylan O'Toole. Handballs quickly to the running player in Bonner. Braden goes towards centre wing, 4-on-1. Kicking opposite wasn't good. Parker back on the ground now, picked up by Van der Kloos. Look away handball, missed the target. Gurushan just does enough to let Stephen get to the ball. Goes back towards McKenzie. McKenzie now is tackled, brought to ground, and it's going to be a ball up in that position. So we've gone 8 minutes and a goal apiece in the final quarter. Mensch doing the ruck work. A bit high there, that tackle.
That's just ridiculous. You don't tackle blokes like that.
It's going to be a resulting free kick that goes towards Tipping. He goes back towards Stephen, who plays on quickly. Goes towards the hot spot. Holmer's there, but going across Bonner. Taps it away. Now there's a holding decision, says the umpire. Against Chamberlain, he's battling two bigger blokes and he's got to get in there somehow, unfortunately for Robbie Chamberlain, giving away the free kick. So Holmer thinks he can hit the distance here. He's going back as if he's going to have a go.
He might be going to go for one of them Jason Doherty torpedoes, I think.
What was that thing he kicked before?
Surely he wouldn't go with another one of them.
Surely he's been told not to do that.
Well, he's going to line up with a drop punt here.
It's a drop punt.
So he's liming in. He's right on 50. Kicks towards goal. Nice distance, nice accuracy.
That's a beautiful kick.
Doesn't need a kick torpedo.
Of course he doesn't.
God.
Goal to Winchelsea, 13 goals, 10. They lead East Geelong on 7-11. 57. I was going to say 7-Eleven. What's that? 4-7-Eleven perfume. 9 minutes gone. Final quarter. Smith Holden, Blood Suzuki scoreboard.
And that's the one you're wearing at the moment.
I was going to say, you're right there having a discussion with yourself.
Well, I tell you what, I smelled you when you come in. I thought it was more Chanel number 5, but...
God, I'm glad you said it that. It's all right. Well, we smell you every week. You come from Werribee.
Yeah.
You smell like the duck.
Yeah, Werribee duck.
The wrong end of a duck.
Make the bum out of a low-flying duck. Well, we might as well talk about all this sort of stuff right now. You know why? Because this is over. This is over. And then Winchelsea will remain in the 5 tonight.
Back to the middle. Homer goes up. Bolton gets it down. Stephen ripped off throw Rees that don't argue. Tried to get the kick away. Then Bonner's little toe poke comes across to Holian. Wrapped up, drops the footy. Umpire says play on, falls into the arms in the end of Gurison from Tom Stephen. And Mensch takes the mark, 50 out from goal directly in front. I've got it now, Gurison.
Has he got the leg?
No.
How long have we gone, Smithy?
We've gone 10. Grub, we've got a fair way to go yet.
10 minutes into the final quarter it's taken him, but he's got it right. Gurison.
Gurison. Mensch comes in, 50 out, drags it. Missed it to the far side through for his first behind of the afternoon. 3 goals, 1. They go to 13-11. Winchelsea, 89. They lead East Geelong 7-11, 53. 10.5 played final term.
Ball kicked straight down the middle of the ground, went towards Van der Klooster. Van der Klooster out wide, ends up in the hands there of Stephen, who kicks, a tipping kick back towards the goal square. Coming the other way, McLean can't take the mark. Handballs back towards O'Shannessy. O'Shannessy goes back to the goal square. And Cody Watson just happy enough to roll it through for a behind. So 13-12 now to the Winchelsea side at 7-11 to East Geelong. And a short kick to the back pocket ends up with O'Shannessy. So just needs to bring the ball around the boundary line just for safety for the time being. Goes towards Reese. So we've got numbers here. It's all with the Winchelsea side, but it's Sharp who arrives at the ball. And Josh Reese is just going back to say hello to a couple of mates back in the crowd there, I think. And it's going to be another ball up. Umpire has Mensch there. Tosses the ball up. Handball, or taps it out wide. Picked up there by Trotter. Just ran into Wilson and put his head down just low enough to get the tackle high. Was looking for some option. Has one far on the far side of the ground. Went towards Sponner. Unfortunately, he's going to come back. He hasn't come back over the mark.
I'd like $1 for every time he's done that over the years, Clayton Trotter. He does it beautifully, doesn't he?
So Clayton Trotter has the ball back in the middle of the ground. Goes short, has Graham leading up, he's ignored. Going to go for the longer one. Jones looks like he's going to be the target, but doesn't even go in that direction. Mensch comes across, takes a mark, runs through the contest and goes out wide. Player out there is McClure. He's got plenty of time and space, just needs to collect the ball and does so on his left side. Goes quickly to the half-forward line. Kick bit too much air in it. Over the top, numbers with East Geelong. Tap back there, picked up by McLean. McLean goes out wide, picked up by O'Shannessy. O'Shannessy to Holian. Has player further afield, and it's going to be... I think that was Murdy again, wasn't it? I think on the left foot.
Yep. And
he slammed on his boot, put it into the half-forward line, but it's gone over the boundary line in front of the club rooms here at East Geelong. And the ball up will take place. So East Geelong are at 7-11. Winchelsea on 13 goals, 12 and 13 minutes gone final quarter. Smith's Holden, Blood Suzuki scoreboard.
So boundary throw in. Right, half forward for the Eagles. Mensch takes it out of the ruck, gives it away to Tricky by hand, gives it away to Oliver by hand, back to Van der Klooster by hand, over the top ball to Matheson. He goes with the outside. He should have handballed it too, actually, yeah. Matho. He kicked it out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Last in the chain of handballs. And put it out of bounds for a throw-in. Left half forward. Eagles still into attack. Boundary throw in. Mensch and Bolton falls to the back to Drew Stephen. Trotter gets his hands free, draws a play and gives it way to Parker back on the ground. Goes out towards the leader Bowman over his head. Samurai Dunkley gets back there first. Gets the handball back to Budavalis. He just kicks it high in the air. Nobody in particular. Oliver comes in to spoil it. Parker rides the bump. Oh, gets it back a second time. Handballs it backwards. It's okay to Sharp. 40 out from goal. Close to the boundary line. McKenzie goes up. Takes the mark. Wants to switch the play, and he does to Mensch. in the back pocket.
I didn't see him there.
Yeah, well, neither did anybody else. He goes to Bonner, half back. Bonner takes the mark, plays on, chips the ball out wide, looking for Tricky. He takes the mark at half back. Back inboard to Bonner. He goes towards the middle. And Wilson can't pick it up. Parker
what
can.
What do they do that for? Because the kids had 400 touches.
Yep, that's it. Pointing. Goes back to Jones by hand. He goes back towards the back pocket. Or the forward pocket for East. And Mackenzie gets back there in the back pocket and takes the mark. Chips the ball over the top. Dunkley over the top as well to Wilson. He takes it at half back. So he chips it over the top as well. The lead on from Tom Stephen goes up. Can't take the mark. Off the back of the pack, Warwick now handball, gives it away quickly. Chapman goes back towards centre half forward, but
who's that? Who's that? I can't make him out.
Hang on, his name is Tim.
Forget his second
Tim
name.
Van der Klooster. I think he's had 1 or 2 kicks today. Jeez. He gives it to Mackenzie. Mackenzie goes to Tricky. I can't remember his name. He's had he's had a load as well. Goes from centre wing, goes towards half forward. Oliver, he's had a few too. He takes the mark, stretches and takes the grab at right half forward. So Stephen Oliver sets it up, just chips over the top is okay. Tipping takes the mark. Right in front of the cricket pitch area.
Frustrated old men.
Yeah, and it is too because, hang on.
He chips it over the top, it's okay. And Tipping finds McClure. On the right side for a left footer, Trent McClure hasn't kicked a goal yet today. Chance for Winchelsea's 14th.
Be a tough one for me, but what really annoys me, a couple of blokes run around bumping Gurison 65 metres off the ball and trying to trip him over and that. But when he goes near the ball, they're nowhere bloody near him because he's had 30 touches. You've got to be on him when he's got the footy, boys.
McClure comes in, right forward pocket, left foot kick. Tries to bring it back, just misses. Through for one behind.
He's actually been a revelation in the second half of the year, Gurison.
He has. Been good for him. 13-13-91, Winchelsea, East Geelong, 7-11-53. Smith Holden Blood Suzuki final quarter scoreboard. 6 minutes.
He's had a dirty day, Sponner.
He played onto himself and he took it straight to Sawney. Sawney's gone straight back the other way and kicked his second goal of the afternoon. And the 14th now for Winchelsea, 14-13. They lead East Geelong on 7-11 and we've gone 17 minutes final quarter. Smith Holden Blood Suzuki scoreboard.
Well, you know you're having a poor day when a bloke who's played as well as Sponner the games we've seen this year comes from fullback and kicks it straight down the opposition's throat. He's had a poor day. East have had a poor day all round and Winchelsea, as I said before, will remain in the final 5 tonight. And the ironic thing about that is Werribee can win all their last games and not get in now.
So we're back with the umpire in the middle of the ground. It's going to be Chapman for the first time this afternoon. So they're putting Bolton in the queue, I think, for the time being. And it's going to be Graham who gets the ball out of the centre, handballs over the top towards Sharp, can't take it. Wilson's there, picked the ball up, went back towards Sawney, missed him, but Sawney's able to go back and collect it. Picked up there again, and it's by Point, and the handball comes out to Parker. Parker just put the ball down, Gurison goes and collects it. He's taken the ground, umpire says in the back. And a free kick will go to Chris Gurison. Handball goes outside to Wilson. He's put him under pressure, but he has a release out the back, and it's Oliver. Steps around the first, went back towards Wilson. Kicks round the boundary line, and it's only a poor kick, so it ends up in the hands of Chapman of East Geelong. So Chapman's on centre wing, has a player outside, not too sure where he wants to go. Goes inside, 2 players, hit the first one. That was Sponner, so he spins back on his left foot. Just pointing to go wide, goes towards Jones. Mensch is also there, Budavalis. Ball comes down, but the push says the umpire. Interference, and Tyler Jones will go back and try and kick his second goal of the afternoon. He's had a couple of shots, but unfortunately this afternoon's only has 1.
Yeah, he probably should have had 2 or 3 himself, I reckon. Where have they put Bolton, did you say?
Put him in the rack.
In the queue?
In the queue.
What queue?
I meant the rack.
The queue in the rack.
I hope it's not the...
I'm going to put the rack over your head.
I hope it's not the donut queue and he's behind you. He's got no one.
And Jones has missed another goal in all that. So we're now 7 goals, 12 to the East Geelong side, 14-13. Winchelsea, we have gone 19 minutes final quarter. Smith Holden, Blood Suzuki scoreboard.
Put him in the queue.
He's bloody disappointed that he didn't get any more food because you ate it all on him.
I'll give you which queue you can go and stand in.
Hello.
The long one.
Don't forget, there's another special comments man just waiting in the wings.
Louder.
Louder.
Well, I don't know about why. I hope he can commentate because I'm not the one making all the blunders.
As long as it's not the far cue.
Oh! That's the one, Freddie.
Freddie from
That's
the box.
the one we were talking
Good
about,
work.
son.
Ball inboard from Sawney. Look for Van der Klooster. He's getting a bit of the ball, Van der Klooster.
Oh, he's good.
Can our viewers hear, Fred?
No. No, just us. So every time you go, oh, good on you, Freddie, they've got absolutely no idea
Well,
what you're
thank
talking
God
about.
for that.
Church tomorrow morning for
Cheryl will
Fred.
give him a clip across the ear roll.
Church tomorrow morning for Fred, I think. Now, the back of the pack. Ball from the ruck contest. Oliver just thumps it, tries to thump it towards centre wing. Reese, he chops it off. Sawney through the middle as well for Winchelsea. Nobody can pick it up effectively. O'Toole, Dylan tried to get it at the back. And big pack there. The umpire will come in, ball it up. Centre wing on the southern side of the ground. So ball up. To the side of the pack. Oh, ball just spilled out for East Geelong. Comes back towards Graham from the ruck contest. Goes with by hand to O'Shannessy in the middle. Rides the bump, does he? Umpire says, Ponce. Holding the ball. So free kick to Murphy in the middle for Winch. So Murphy now goes straight down the ground looking for Holmer. It goes up. Can't take the mark at the back. Warwick for the Eagles. Gives it away by hand to Chamberlain. Kick around the corner by him to O'Shannessy. He can't pick it up now. He can. Chapman right next to him. He drops the ball again. The umpire says another point.
Yeah, that was right.
Yeah, so the ball spills out to Drew Stephen now. Goes long towards the lead of McClure. Comes out at pace. Rowe front and centre by Oliver. He can't take it with him though. Holmer wraps up Chamberlain. Ball spills free. Gets the ball. Kicks a behind. So he's kicked 1 goal 2 today. Lewis Holmer, and they go to 14-13-97. Winchelsea, they lead East Geelong 7-12-54. Smiths Holden Blood Suzuki. Final quarter scoreboard, 21 minutes played.
But he's a 6 of one after does the other, isn't he, Holmer? He either kicks it beautifully or crap.
Yeah, that one from outside 50 was magnificent.
Yeah.
That one there we should have got. But again, Spiner plays on and to himself and goes long. This time he's going to hit Mensch, I think. Player just drifted with the ball. He's got a player inside. Sawney, he's standing still. He's going to get nailed. The ball comes over the top. Bolton, he's out of the cube, but back in the rack. Who cares where he is? He's out on the ground. He's done a magnificent job today. It gets up in the hands of Wilson. Goes forward. He's a player in the pocket. Murphy. Oh, he's up. He can't take the mark. Ball at ground level picked up there and taken over the boundary line in a strong tackle, and the ball will be thrown back in 30 metres around from the behind post.
Need a screen.
Yeah.
Holmer, ruck work, gets up by Bolton, picked up there, Bonner back in the contest. Again, the ball is fed out the back, picked up on his hands and knees is Chapman, only as far as Matheson. He kicks off the ground, ends up in the hands of Bonner. Bonner goes backwards, has Tipping. Tipping went back towards Venables. Venables, little kick round the corner was no good because it only found a player important who chips or channels the ball back towards centre wing. Out there is Murdy. Went one way, went the other way. Came back on the right hand, handball. Put it out in front of Holland, runs onto it, picks it up, takes one bounce. Could take another, but decides to go long. Good play, gets it in towards Jones, but it's got too much carry, and the ball will go over the boundary line and it's out of bounds to the full. Don't think the goal umpire is signalling either, but the boundary umpire is too far back. He's still back on centre wing.
Well, the field umpire's made the decision.
Well, I think the players gave it away anyway.
Yeah.
Well, the goal umpire was no help whatsoever.
No, he was just standing there watching.
However, we go to Anarchy and Karaya next week. Finish the season.
Oh, yeah.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, just for another big kangaroo burger.
Hotties hamburgers.
Thompson and Geelong West.
So the ball back towards the half-back line, comes out. Drew Holland takes the mark in front of Van der Klooster. Never went beyond his mark, but he played on quickly. Back to the goal square. There's O'Toole. It's a nice-looking kick. It runs across the face of goal and through for a minor score. Drew Holland's first score of the afternoon. 7-13 to East Geelong. 14-13 to Winchelsea. 23 minutes gone. Final quarter.
Kick in. Came towards Wilson. Garrison takes it. Thought about the handball, thought about the bounce. Then he does give the handball away to Oliver. Off a standing start, goes wide. Looking for Tipping, takes the mark. In front of Chapman. Left foot kick over the top to Chook up. Fowler just sits there. Bolton falls back into his arms. Like ping pong. Goes out wide, and it's okay. The short kick finds Higgins. Holmer gives him a lead. He goes in that direction. The big fella chopped off though. Got a hand to it. Chamberlain just wants the clearing kick back towards Murphy. Sponner close to the boundary line and out of bounds for a throw in. Just adjacent to our commentary position here on centre wing. Bolton up against Higgins. Higgins gets it down. Sharp trying to pick it up. Does so. Gets around one. Wants to go over the boundary line with the footy and does. Have a boundary throw in. Same spot. Centre wing. Boundary throw in now. Higgins gets it down. Roved side of the pack by McLean. Won't go over the shoulder. Advantage paid, is it? No, it's not. Just as well too. Because Sponner got wrapped up. So free kick coming back to McLean. At half back for the Eagles. 25 minutes gone, final term. He goes long towards half forward. Mensch, Bolton there as well. At the back, Parker. Chooker gets it. Fowler, handball to nobody in particular. Was trying to get to Sawney. Over the top to Jones to run onto it. Uses the speed, runs away and kicks a behind.
Another one.
I've got him down for 1 goal 5.
Me too.
Yes. For Tyler Jones this afternoon. They go to 7-14-56 East Geelong. They trail Winchelsea 14-13-97. And that's on the Smith Holden Blood Suzuki final quarter scoreboard. 25.5 played.
So Tavay Sawney is going to be kicking in again from the fullback position. He plays onto himself and he has a player. Short goes to Gurushan. He'd like to see his stats for the afternoon. He's had plenty of it. Handball goes back towards Sawney, who now transfers play back to the clubroom side of the ground. Kick had to be good, was great. And hit Wilson on the chest. Didn't have to move. So Wilson goes now towards centre wing. Van der Kloos to the target. He's up. And he's also had a number of possessions this afternoon. And most of them being marks and play on. Kicks on the right foot. Goes towards the half forward line in front. Mark not taken. Back of the contest. I think it's Hollian led in the race for the ball. But with Winchelsea who come or emerge out of the contest, goes towards Chooker. He's been caught flat-footed again. Picked up there by Chapman. Short kick. Parker this time caught flat-footed, but he's able to protect the ball and takes the mark that you're talking about earlier, Grubb. Protect the ball. Parker now goes back to the clubroom side of the ground and has Drew Hollian there in space by himself. Takes a mark uncontested and goes quickly towards the half-forward line. Targets there, and it's Sponner. Braden. And he's taken the mark, so he's just outside there, 50. Has Jones at centre half forward, had a look inside, went there, good mark. He put it down. Jones has a chance again, runs towards goal. This time, Tyler Jones has got his second of the afternoon, I think, and the 8th goal for East Geelong. 8 goals, 14 East Geelong, 14-13 Winchelsea, and 27 minutes gone, final quarter. Smith Holden, Blood Suzuki scoreboard.
So what's that give him? 2-5.
2-5.
Too bad.
I'll tell you what. 5-2 and they're in the game. I'm not going to blame him altogether because there's been a lot of players down. At least he's got the football. But, you know, a forward's job is to kick goals. And when you kick goals, you win games. And they just haven't been able to do that all day.
So Graham having a run on the ball now too as well. Late stages of this game.
Look, he's disappointed again a little bit, Hayden Graham, but the ball hasn't been given up there properly, has it? It just give him a chance all day.
So back to the middle. Mensch and Bolton. Mensch stands his ground. So free kick against Mensch to Bolton for standing over the line, said the umpire.
That's fair enough. That's the rule.
So he goes wide with the kick. Bolton looking for Hollian. Picks it up on centre wing, chips it around the corner. Matheson, Matho.
He's been good, Matheson.
He has been good. Again, without his mate Sesson today.
Yes.
Who is out injured. Well, we think he's out injured. He might be in a wire with Primke. Parker.
Who knows? Goes
to the right foot kick. Ricky gave away the free kick as the siren sounded anyway for full time. And it's Winchelsea, 14-13-97. They have defeated East Geelong